Hey Wyatt, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How you doing?
Not too bad. How about you?
Not bad at all. Had a slow start today, but starting. What have you been up to?
Not too much.
Wait, did I just ask you that? I'm so distracted.
No, you didn't ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on this Game Boy right now.
Oh yeah, the Game Boy that you're
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to make everything geometry or I think I'm gonna make a lot of the texture, like the inset parts.
Well, it might be easier for the printing, but it is a lot more work on the hand painter.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing at least all the way to unwrapping today.
Hey Wyatt, you wrote Humpy Cartoon.
Wait, what?
I was responding to the fact that you wrote on Picardo. I took a coffee today, and as much as I liked it, I think it fucked me up a bit. Well, it didn't fuck me up, but now I feel sleepy, which is the opposite of what I want. Sorry. Oh yeah. It's like, why aren't I live on Plex Store? What'd you do?
It's just one of my pieces was like really off center. Oh no, now I fucked up.
Wyatt, what did you do?
Trying to find, so this piece needs, okay, now we got it this one.
What does that even
An
mean?
extra piece on this thing, I'm probably not going to have it just in case. Maybe what I'll do, I'll make two versions. One for printing, one for rendering.
Good idea. Because then it can kind of give you an idea where the paint goes.
I can know where the paint goes, just...
No, but you know what I mean? Like it kind of sets it more in time and space. Oh, well, I guess not, because then you're going to be painting it, coloring it at least for a render.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm trying to do like a really high detail render. Because the render is actually going to be for a different project. Oh, you boys are dumb. You boy dumb as fuck.
No, what'd you do?
So I could have been increasing things this whole time without adding like crap tons of poly loops. And creases don't affect like your not beveling, but I guess when you subdivide and like your edges smooth out, like if you have two edges close together and you crease one, it doesn't affect the smoothness of that other edge, if that makes sense.
So wait, you're adding geometry, but then it's not doing the effect that you want because it's not actually like beveling it properly?
No, so it's doing what I want, right? So when you add a poly loop somewhere, it makes when you subdivide it, it makes edge sharp, right? And you know, the closer the poly that edge is to the beveling, the sharper that bevels, you know. So if you want everything to be smooth, instead of adding a poly loop to make one edge sharp and the other edge round, you put a crease and it'll make that edge sharp and the other one will still be round. It's difficult to...
I'd have to see it because I'm too visual. Maybe you girls dumb.
No, it's just a difficult thing
to grasp.
Or to explain rather.
Man, I feel like I guess I can't listen to this playlist. Hey, hi, how's it going? You on Mixer? You gonna be my Mixer warrior if any unwanted attention comes forth?
Any kids attack?
Oh my god. Right when school was off, like at 4:30, I got a huge bump. Like a bunch of kids showed up, and I like a dummy. Like people were asking me questions, and people were pretty tame in the chat. And I'm like answering, talking about my sex game, and like how it's gonna get made and stuff. And what do you mean by lag, Heist? Oh, you just mean how long it takes me to answer? But anyways, I'm answering questions, and then someone just flat out says like, "Hey, I'm 10 or I'm 9," and I'm like, "What? Like you're 9 years old?" And then somebody who I've been talking to like the whole time, it's like, "Yeah, I'm 10." I'm like, "What?"
Oh wow.
And then stuff starts degenerating because I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna age gate this." And then somebody else goes like, "I'm not 18," like, and I'm like, only somebody that's not 18 does a joke like that. So I'm like, I'm surrounded with kids.
Oh man.
So wait, what do levels do, Heist? Can you like enlighten me on the mixerology of things? But yeah, hopefully today at 4:30 I don't see a bump of more kids show up. But like, oh, so you see like you mean the intervals of the frames? Because I changed something because so if you're at work, you bad, you real bad. Okay, let me try something out and then tell me if it still lags. I might have to stop the stream and restart in a minute. Let's see what I can do. Man, I can't listen to this playlist. There's too much talking on it. Whoa, really? So if I have points, then I have to spend them too, right? Because they're worthless unless you spend them. And will they give you like damn it. Still having trouble?
No, I'm just messing with things here in ZBrush, and because I'm trying to figure out how to do this with as much geometry as possible.
As much or as little?
Both, right? So like, I want the geometry there, but I don't want a crap ton of geometry to overwhelm things. You know?
Yeah, you want the sweet honey, like
Yeah.
Goldilocks. So, oh my god, this is laggy. What the fuck? Okay. So what do you need to do to be a partner, Heist, you know? Oh boy. So I should wait until you become, like, you have 200 kids following you before I can, like, give you all these points. So I'm still lagging. So I'm gonna restart the stream with the old setting because I thought maybe the setting would like adjust. Because I've actually noticed other people, like I was watching other people's streams on Mixer and it was also lagging. Maybe in a similar fashion than that you were talking about, that you're experiencing. So maybe it's just Mixer. Oh yeah, I have to put a timer on.
I gotta. You started the timer. I'm still in my. Oh my gosh.
Why yet? Did you want us to be at the same time? I can
Yeah.
I can twiddle my thumbs for a little bit. I can like dick around on a non-speed sculpt, but it has to be. You have to hurry your butt.
You just 1 second. Give me like 30 seconds.
1, 2. Is it a real 30 seconds or is it like a 30 seconds that I actually have time to fuck around in?
Like a real 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
If I say more than 10 seconds, then that's real time. If I
Okay.
say 10 seconds, it could be an hour.
Okay. Okay, well, because good. Like,
10
rosy
seconds
time,
fine.
rosy time is like a minute. That's actually like a whole day. No. Just being realistic.
I guess, yeah, I guess a minute is also
Are you serious?
a fake unit of time.
So, the rosy time or
Yeah, if I say a minute, it could be rosy time, it could be CPT, it could be a range of things.
yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's wait now I'm not ready. What's a good category in Twitch to be streaming in? Do you have suggestions, guys? I didn't have the right thing to
Yeah,
on Twitch, but it's like, is there a place for 3D or Zebra?
no, there's no place, or at least last I saw, there's no more place for 3. It's like a general art tab now.
What? I can't. What kind of tags can I have? 3D modeling.
Because they took away a crap ton of tags.
Game. Art.
There used to be a whole like creative stuff.
Yeah.
But now I have mine set to art. Art and yeah, art, Pixelogic, yeah, streams under art.
So just art.
Oh, this dude, oh, you gotta go to Pixelogic there. I'm never on the street.
Well, wait, what?
So ZBrush, the company Pixelogic.
Yeah.
They have this Twitch channel, and they stream pretty much 24/7. I think they are 24/7. And it's a bunch of different artists. So artists get different time slots.
Okay.
And I love this artist, right? Like, he's a freaking beast. I think he probably works for like Sideshow Collectibles or something like that.
Wait, is there? Sorry, I'm getting I'm getting distracted. Is there a category for digital art? Because I don't see it.
It's just art.
Yeah, that's it, eh? So I have a choice between art. Oh yeah, I guess it's really
Yeah. Under your category, you just
art of ink, artist tool. I suppose. Ouch. Okay. I should do it. Now that must be much better. Okay, so you're saying Pixelogic has oh wait, I have to make a Heisa mod too. Are you already a mod? So I think I just made you a mod. Do you want me to do the same thing on
okay.
Hey Feline Athlete, how's it going?
I should do it.
Whoa. I think you're now a mod. Heis. Oops.
I know you're streaming and everything. You finished doing what you're doing. Just take a quick look at this, because you're going to be making a dude body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Oh man, some of these art on the ZBrush Central looks so good. I can't wait to be like so good at speed sculpts that I can just poop some of those out real quick every day.
If you're on ZBrush Central, no one's doing speed sculpts. Those are all top tier, at least a week.
Shh. You have to give me hope. Okay, you sent me something, so I think you've been modulated. Robotics, coffee cup. Oh, thanks for following, Feline Athlete. It's good you did the change. Oh, that's why you want it to be mod. I get it. Okay, sorry, I'm like the worst to be talking to right now.
No, you're good. I'm just fanboying over this dude.
Why would they even just do that? Like, science and technology. Well, I guess maybe it's because it used to be too small of a category or something to have game dev just hanging out. So what's the deal with that channel now? They feature an artist if you like select a time slot.
Yeah. So you have to apply for it. I don't know if these guys are getting paid for this at all or anything.
Okay.
But you have to apply for a position, and they'll look at their whatever they have open, and they'll give you a time slot, and you have to
show up.
Like it's a long-term thing. So it's not like this guy shows up, every once in a while. He has a schedule.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have the schedule here on the Twitch page, and I think on Pinkalie.com they have like a full schedule, so you can see like a month
of who's playing, kind of.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like some of the people who are here like don't even speak English.
Okay.
They have Japanese artists, Russian artists, a little bit.
Nice. Get some diversity up in here. Oops. Okay. Am I frozen?
Like, I want to get to this point where I'm using my own models.
Your own models for what?
For reference.
But what kind of reference?
Well, like, so you have that old statue that he's using for, like, muscle.
Oh, yeah.
For his Black Panther,
Am I lagging on everything now, Heist? Can you tell? Like, if Plexstorm... Oh, I guess you can't be going on all that stuff.
The cartoon looks fine to me. Twitch looks smooth too.
Okay. I get... And... do you...
It might just be Heist because he's at work.
Yeah, but what about Plex? Is Plex good? Because it's the one that, like, seems to be doing a little weird. Maybe it's just my computer because I have, like, a million streams running all at once.
Well, if you're streaming and watching stream, because you're uploading and downloading at the same time.
Okay, I think I had an issue. I wasn't seeing my actual stream before. Now I'm good.
It's all smooth.
Sweet. Thank you. Okay, time to sculpt. Oh wait, timer. You ready for this, Wyatt?
Yes.
Is your body ready?
My body is ready.
Okay, good. I'm pressing the timer right now.
How long do we have?
An hour.
An hour? What are we working on?
Whatever the fuck we want, but I'm mostly going to be working on a male torso, but this time I'm going very stylized, very bodybuilder type.
Very bodybuilding?
Yeah.
So my goal today is just to make something better than you.
Yep, pretty much.
Alright, cool.
I can't believe you. It's not a competition, Wyatt.
Oh, is that? My bad.
So, oopsie doopsie. Went and saw The Lion King yesterday.
Oh, the live action one?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was, you know, like, it was good because, like, obviously, like, it's a Disney classic and, like, I cried. But the animation really sucked.
What?
Yeah. They went with super realistic.
Uh-huh.
And they fucked up. Like, the animals didn't look like they were talking properly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, I don't know if two people, like, there two Jungle Book movies came out kind of like at the same time almost, and they were both kind of live action-y. And it had the same problem. It's like they're trying to go with like a hyper realistic look because they're doing all the old Disney movies, but like in live action now for some reason. And I don't know. Like Zazu, for example, like he's a bird, so all he did was like flap his beak whenever he would talk. But then John Oliver's like super expressive. So all you see is the bird going quack, 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 quack. And it just doesn't translate to all the humor of that character.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like the original still holds up today, and that one's gonna age very badly. Which is too bad when you think about it. Like, they go through all the trouble of doing a remake, and the remake sucks. But it gets them that money, yo. But if you're nostalgic, I think it's worth it. It is like pretty much the original, all repackaged. And they had some pretty good jokes, like new jokes that they squeezed in. The comic relief is pretty great. Because that was all original.
Yeah, I'll probably try and catch it on like Redbox or something.
Well, I always go and watch like movies that are like on the rotten side of the tomato on Tuesdays. I try to watch every movies on Trippy Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Is Redbox like that subscription service? Oh, where it's like those vending machines?
Yeah, it's like a vending machine.
We saw those when we went to Vermont. We were like...
Oh, you guys don't have Redbox?
Like, I don't think it's something that's common here. If they are, I've never seen one. But when we were in Vermont, we were in like this tiny little touristy town, and they had one. And I think we might have had something similar like years ago, but our like, what was it called? Our well, like video places were like failing and stuff and disappearing, and that was kind of like, it didn't catalyze it, but it just didn't, like, it kind of translated to that too. Like, that sucked too because nobody was renting anymore. So then they quickly took it away. suppose it's a good sign that I don't have a lot of viewers on Mixer right now.
Why not?
Because they're not kids. Probably the age gate works. I don't know. Hey, Seshot? I hope I'm saying it right. Do you mind if I call you Seth? Okay, I'm looking for a map cap that I like. What did you say was your favorite one?
Playset S1 and S2.
Okay, Seth. Okay, Seth makes more sense to me. I'll call you Seth. How you doing, Seth? Oops, no. It's going good. Working on a speed scope and kind of flushing my time down the drain looking for a cool map cap to work with. So you said it was...
Zebra playset S01.
Playset? Why do I not see it? Do I just not have it? I have terracotta. I don't have a clay set. How am I even supposed to see the ones I just added? Okay. Nice, you just came back from work, Seth? Good. Well, sometimes a long day is a long day. Don't have to have a 9 to 5 to have a long ass day. Well, my day's going a bit slow. I was hoping to have started this endeavor a lot earlier today, but better late than never. And as long as it gets done is what it counts. I was looking forward to this part of the day because I'm trying to improve my modeling skills, and this is kind of like my little me time. Exactly. Man, I'm sad. I think I can't use Sculptress. My computer freaks out too much. Is there actually Sculptress detail like a way to ask Sculptress to like go easy on this poly count?
Kind of, sort of. So I don't know where it is in the menu, because I have a custom menu, but Sculptris Pro does have settings, and there's your subdivide size and the undivide ratio.
Okay.
And basically, I think the subdivide size affects the size of the polygons.
Okay.
The undivide ratio, I'm not exactly sure about that.
Okay. And what are your settings? Did you tweak them at all?
No, I leave them at default.
Okay. Well.
So occasionally, I have in the past changed them. Like if you press space in an empty area and turn on your polyframe.
Yep.
And then you can just swipe, change a setting, swipe, change a setting, swipe, and see how it affects. Like, don't change your brush size. Because brush size does affect your how dense something.
Yeah, that's it. So, wait, when you say press space...
Yeah, space, and then towards the bottom there, it says line fill.
Bottom line.
It's like in the middle of those three orange boxes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then it turns your models. It's a color with tons of lines on it.
Yeah.
Those are all your vertexes and edges.
Yeah.
So you can see how it affects, or how sculptures affects your.
Okay. Well, I can already tell like it was pretty dense in some places, just because I guess my Z spheres start out pretty dense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna like alleviate it. I think it's gonna, and at least I can tell it makes a big difference for Sculptress if there's a lot of polys going on at the same time. Seth, to answer your question, I've been modeling now for 7 years as a professional. I did a 1-year course to learn my trade before that. Thanks, Wyatt.
No problem.
This is still a race? Because you're helping the competition.
Good thing I gave you bad information.
Yeah, that's it. This whole time.
I went about doing this model a different way than I usually do. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't think so. Maybe it'll all work out in the end.
You gotta make that lemonade.
I gotta what?
You gotta make that lemonade. Just take a bad situation and make it good.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to think that I came up with it before Beyonce, though I must say I don't understand all of the implications of what lemonade means as a cultural standpoint, but I'm not gonna let the queen have everything. Right now, I am practicing modeling different types of anatomy in order to come up with new designs for some characters that I will be using in our next project. And it will be a graphic novel style, not yet interactive, but basically the first iteration of our project would be a graphic novel animated graphic novel. So as you go through the panels, you click and you'll see action unfold before your eyes as you read the comic book. And we'll be doing it fan art style, but trying to be as subtle as we can afford to be. Well, as possible. Because, well, fair use and, what's it called? Author's rights? No, not common law. Damn it, I'm losing my...
Creative Commons?
Not Creative Commons, but copyright. Yeah. Copyright and all that stuff. Really? Which side of the coast, or are you more in the middle of the country type deal? Seth is Canadian.
Oh, fun.
I think I just have to give up on a neck altogether. Just like... he's not gonna have a neck. He's just gonna have these crazy trapeze. Ah! You're our neighbor. And what do you do for fun, Seth? Other than watching game development streams? Ah. Well, if you want to practice, je suis... voyons. Now just because I'm trying to speak French, I sound like an asshole. Je suis canadienne-française. Une vraie québécoise, pure laine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Thought I just lost my word. Well, that's neat. Robo's trying to find new hobbies, and a friend of mine, well, a mutual friend of ours, gave him magic cards, and I think I'm starting to lose him. Like, he's like, whenever I look at his screen, he's like looking at cards and like things that he can do with like different kinds of decks. And like today, we ran some errands and we winded up going to a magic specific shop, and he was shopping for sleeves for the cards, and this guy, for some reason, like the guy was serving the teller was, or was the teller? Anyways, the sales guy was serving this dude, and he was clearly like doing a big order or something. Like he had this huge like list with all the cards and like clearly a bunch of cards in a pack. But then he kind of like the guy that worked there kind of like stops talking to him and just starts serving us. And Robo was just buying the sleeves, and he wanted to buy land, like a pretty common card.
Wait, buy land?
Well, that's it, because he, like, all the cards that he got, none of them, or most of them, weren't land. So he as much as he could build a deck, he didn't have, like, the main ingredient to, like, make as many decks as he wanted.
I've never bought land.
Well, that's exactly what the guy who was being served said. So he's waiting there, and, like, Robo's order was supposed to be, like, short, right? Like, he was just supposed to, like, buy the sleeves. And then he asked about the land, and then the guy was getting all confused about the pricing, and he had shopped around online before coming to the shop, so he kind of knew what to expect for the price. But the price that the salesman said was like outrageous. Like it was going to be like 10 times the price that he was expecting. So he's like, I might not buy your land. But then as he's going through with the order of just buying the sleeves, like Robo asks, so, could you just double check the price of your lands in your database? And then the guy goes like, yeah, sure. And then it winds up taking forever. And he goes into the back store and all that stuff. And so then we realize, like, because, like, it all happened so fast. Like, the guy stopped talking to the dude he was serving and came talking to us. And so we kind of start a conversation with the guy. And we realize, like, hey, did we just skip ahead of, like, you in line? And he's like, a little bit. I'm like, oh, we're so sorry. Like, we didn't even realize that you got, like, you could have been a friend just hanging out, because, like, there was a bunch of people playing magic games and other stuff. So we start taking a conversation, and I say exactly that. Like, I'm like, yeah, a friend of mine gave him cards, and now I think I'm losing him. And he's like, oh, it's just a baby. Like, and then he's reacting to the fact that he's buying land. He's like, I've never seen anybody buy land before. Yeah. Because he's like, I have boxes and boxes of land. I can't get rid of them. I keep giving them to my nieces and nephews, and like, because like they're worthless, really. Like, and then in the end, like for $8, I think Robo got like 120 cards. Like they're junk, but you still need them to play.
Like most shops give them out for free.
Well, that's it. So they were selling them for 10 cents or something, or even less. But then
Never go back there. Well, number one, you need to go take your dude's card before you lose him forever.
You're what?
An expensive hobby, and it's super addictive.
I know. So like.
Right? And number two, never go back to that shop again.
Yeah.
I bought preachers for 10 cents.
Oh my god. Well, I'll have to let Robo know. But the guy that we skipped ahead, like, as he was listening to us talk, and, like, we were talking about, like, Robo's gonna make me a deck too, and we're just gonna dick around. I'm not, like, gonna seriously play. I'm just gonna try to learn with whatever deck. Well, even the shop itself, it looked so quaint. I was like, I'd love to come here and play games with a bunch of these nerds. Like, it looked so fun. But anyhow, the guy just goes and says, like, you know what? Like, he goes and asks the teller as he's finally finishing our order. He's like, how much are these? And he has a bunch of foil cards in his hand. He's like, barely 5 cents each. Like, well, something ridiculously small. And the guy just, like, hands them over to Robo, and he's like, they're yours. He's like, really? Like, we skipped ahead of you. and you're just like giving us cards just because you think we're cute. And he's like, yeah, man, like have fun. And I'm like, you goddamn pushers! All of you guys are pushers. I'm gonna lose my husband to you guys.
The very first time I went to Magic Friday Night Magic, dude gave me like 4 legendaries.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like selling crack to kids.
Yeah. No, it's giving crack to kids so that they come back and buy more later.
Sorry. Oh, damn it, I started typing and then I lost it. So you actually bought land yourself?
No, I've the only land I've bought, they have like special land that's
yeah.
blue color,
yeah.
And like some of them are rare and legendary, and some of them have effects and stuff. And I paid for that, but like regular, like no status land, I've never paid for it.
No, that's it. Well, I'm pretty sure, like, once you have a bunch of friends and you just, like, express, like, your need and, like, I'm sure people are ready to indulge. And, like, that's it. Like, even this guy, I'm sure if he had some on him, he would have given to us.
Yeah. Either you get it from someone or, like, every shop I've been to 2 or 3 shops, they have a box there where you just take as much as... Like... And no one's going to take the whole box.
Well, no, that's it, because they're worthless. Like, they're really just the equivalent of having a token or something just to work off of. But yeah, Mandra is also reacting to Magic the Gathering. He says, people talking about Magic the Gathering. Yeah. It's a disease. But it's crazy because we were thinking of, like, we were talking about, like, once we get out of that shop, like, all the economics of, like, just the principle of this type of game is really fascinating.
Yeah.
Because, like, this guy that we were talking to, he's like, yeah, like, I've actually bought my car with all the money I make selling cards and like dealing, and like also like there's like it's like almost like a like, you know, the market, stock market.
The guy says he bought a car with all the cards he sold.
Yeah.
He's probably spent more than that car.
Well, that's it.
Eh?
You coming to defend your hobby?
No, I'm saying you can turn off your Unity if you want to save some.
Oh, thank you. That'd be nice.
Mine is streaming now.
Okay, sweet. Oh, she's cute. Thank you, Babu.
You're welcome.
They're free decks.
Hey, there was just enough foil lands to fill my Merfolk deck.
Oh, nice! So now you have a nice shiny foil mer deck.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you already had a mer deck with all the stuff you needed.
I do, but not shiny lands.
Can't believe you're gonna keep all the nice cards, you bum. You're not even gonna share them.
No, there's lots of planes. You can make a white deck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I look forward to at least trying it and seeing what's the big fuss is all about.
Yeah, it was 250 lines.
Oh,
$8.
Okay.
So it's not that bad, as far as I know.
You hear that, Wyatt? He wasn't robbed. He was just slightly stiffed.
Oh man. Like if it's foil lands, I can see maybe paying a little bit for them. But if it's regular land,
I see you're a man of culture. Well, that's the one my buddy made for him.
Yeah,
and like that's like, it. It was really the making of getting like addicted on something. He was like, "Hey man, I know we've been playing Magic the Gathering when I come over and hang out."
He always lets me play his decks when we hang out, and then he realized that one of my favorite kind of decks was those type of decks. I don't know what you call them, but they feel so good to play when all your creatures are buffing each other, and I don't know, it just feels right. So he knew what kind of deck I liked, so he made me a Merfolk deck. And pushed it on me so that you'd have someone else to play with.
He's like, it's yours now. I'm like, damn it. And my girlfriend, like, I matched up two of my friends, and the guy, he's a good friend of the mutual friend who's been pushing magic on my husband, and he proposed it to Alex first. Well, actually, it's Alex. Alex, you know Alex?
Yeah.
And so he pushed it on Alex first.
I was wondering what happened, Alex. I haven't seen you forever.
Oh, girlfriend, for sure.
Oh.
But yeah. So apparently he proposed it to him first, or at least hinted at the fact that he could make him a deck too. And my friend was so fast. She's like, no fucking way. And I was like, oh, come on, you're so harsh. And she's like, nah. And now I see why. I'm like, fuck. I can see the madness starting. Like, he's definitely getting the fever. But I can appreciate
the phase, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. See, I like these buff characters, but like I feel like I feel like it's a bit hypocritical of me to make these guys.
What do you mean?
Well, cause like I'm all about like making like real people. Like I wanted to make our characters feel like they were real people. Not necessarily realistically speaking, but just like, you know, like have a little bit of more like diversity in the image, right?
Yeah.
But since this is fan art, I kind of have like, well, I do have some, whatchamacallit, artistic license. But there's something about this character that just like he needs to be fucking buff. And I don't know if it's hypocritical of me or not. I like to do philosophy about my porn. I think it's like its own kind of porn for me. So it's a cerebral masturbation at its finest.
I'm gonna make that username one day.
Cerebral masturbation? Mental porn. You're talking about the mental porn, Seth? Oh, about the body types. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to brainstorm ideas to like be able to have different body types without necessarily going the dynamic route. I'm thinking maybe over time, maybe we can build up a library of like different body types and then find ways to like adapt some of the customizable items to those bodies, rather than have everything on sliders and like push and pull and then have animations break on us, you know? I don't know, still have to figure that part out. How's the sculpting? We have 20 minutes left. 25 minutes left, just so you know.
25 minutes?
I know, time flies.
I can't finish this.
You can or cannot?
I cannot.
Well, see, I've been doing this thing where I say that I work on a part for an hour and then I can work on another part, and I usually divide it between body and face.
I'm been working on a body this whole time.
What do you mean?
Trying to make half a character.
Oh my goodness. Why? You're gonna lose this contest so hard? Or not. Maybe it'll be so detailed that I'm gonna get like blown out of the water. I'm gonna be like, fuck. I fucked up. Oh, we're doing speed sculpts, Mandra. I have an hour total to finish this sketch. It doesn't have to be polished, it just has to feel anatomically interesting. And so right now I am 35 minutes in. 36 minutes in, actually. And basically, I allow myself to divide up the body. So let's say I wanted to keep a focus on the face for later. I allow myself to go back to it and do another hour speed sculpt on the face.
I mean, if you're doing it like that,
But it depends on how you divided it. You decided to do it torso, so that doesn't count. You lose.
hold on. Wait, you did a torso up.
Yeah, but like I'm doing the whole body. Like it's not the same. Like it's not fair if you can like go back and be like, ooh, you didn't even do legs.
So as long as my model has legs, it's fine.
Or you
can,
you could spend time making the other part that you didn't make, like the feet. But like if your focus has been the face the whole time, you can't make your second hour the face still. Is all I'm saying.
So as long as I'm done with the torso, I can move on. Alright.
So yeah, like the idea is like the only part that I allow myself to rework is maybe the neck, just because it connects so closely to the face and like can affect how the jaw looks. But that's it. Do you feel like you're in like primary school where like kids make up games and they make the rules as they go and it's always never at your advantage? Seth, the girl on the right is Estelle. She's a model we've made. I made with Robo. I'm the modeler. He's the programmer behind all the code, and she is part of our engine to make sexy games. We're putting her on hold for a little moment so we can do this little project to kind of get our creative juices flowing again. And right now what you're seeing is the editor she's in. So this is actually live from Robo's computer. And she's just randomizing through all the customization items that we've made for her so far. Programming, you mean? Oops. Damn, why is it so slow? Ugh. It's like, I guess it's at that point where I have too much geometry. I have to like decimate it a little bit. Oof. Yes, well, that's it. I want to practice a lot of anatomy, and I want to have different types of body for our next game. But for now, since the protagonist of the story that we're going to be making in the graphic novel is very much typecasted as a very muscular... Well, actually, it's not true, but in my head canon, he's really buff. Can't believe this is where I'm at in my career as a professional, making smutty fanfic. What?
Making smutty that fanfic.
Yep.
It's alright. Like I never thought I would be fan art. Now I'm working on fan art.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
What are you making?
Yeah, that's what the Game Boy is for.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Series of fan art.
I guess I never realized that would be fan art, but it totally is. I guess I never registered in my brain as that. I don't understand why it gets so high poly.
What do you mean?
Oops.
Sculptress? It's when you use a smaller brush, it adds more.
Yeah, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's just because I've been smoothing it. No, it makes sense. It's just that I wish there was a way of like clamping it a little bit. So maybe that's what you were saying, because that's it. It goes really fast.
One thing I like to do, even if you're like working heavy,
Yeah.
Once you get the shapes and forms that you want,
Yeah, you stop it.
Hit it. Yeah, hit it with the Z mesh.
Ah.
And then just
Stop
use
it.
subdivision from there.
Oh, and then have it small. Cause like that's it. I've noticed that it definitely like the it goes a lot faster once I go back to not having it on, which is why I always thought that Dynamesh was redundant now that Sculptress was integrated. But I can see now why it's actually still useful.
Yeah.
Because it definitely makes a difference. Poor Whoa, he came in to the stream and he was like, I think I'm having a like rage just looking at you lag like a motherfucker on this. Not his words, but I could feel I was like, it's like reverse ASMR. Like it makes you have cold sweats and like fucking feel like shit from looking at someone suck so bad. Personally, I'm getting to enjoy a lot of any part of the body. I've only started sculpting again recently, like in the past 2 weeks, and it feels good to be back at it. And that's it. It makes me realize all my blind spots. Like just from sculpt to sculpt, I can feel that I'm improving quite a bit. And so, as my favorite part to sculpt, I think right now it's the whole. Like, I'm obviously concentrating a lot on the torso these days. But faces are a good one. I've realized I've been doing some really big mistakes in my faces. So I'm looking forward to spend that extra hour a little bit later to get that fixed up. And it's fun. I can tell that it's been like changing the way I see stuff. Like just yesterday as I was walking to the metro, I started studying people's faces and seeing parts where I can improve.
Oh, it's going to get bad. Like you're going to start just like easily staring.
I know. And then seeing like topology everywhere once I start retopologizing. I used to have topology dreams when I was in high school. Not in high school, but in like studying in college.
Oh man, like when I was in school, I used to see things in polygon.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like, oh, this has a high poly count. This is pretty low poly count.
Yeah.
Freaking.
It makes you go nutty.
Yeah. Do you ever have working dreams?
Working dreams? Oh my god. Not often, but I do get them. I also like I fainted last is it somewhere in autumn last year, and I had to go to the hospital to get some stitches because I cut myself pretty bad. And like once I got in the car and like was holding my hand because like it didn't hurt or anything. But once I got in the car, I kind of like let go and let myself like look at the wound properly, and I just went down. So like, and Robo left to go get some stuff real quick, to patch me up, because we didn't know how long we were gonna wait, and since it was on my hand, like I was freaking out because I was like, I'll never work again. And so I'm sitting in the car. He leaves to go get the tiny little bandages, and he doesn't have like he basically comes back and I'm gone. I'm just like on the chair blanking out, but apparently my eyes were open because I was like telling myself like I'm like, Pink, you're fainting, and just breathe and you're not gonna faint, because like in the previous times you fainted, it was because you were hyperventilating it. Like, I didn't realize it was hyperventilation. I was like, it's because you're not breathing enough. So just breathe deeply. And then I could just see my vision go darker and darker, and you don't realize you've fainted until you wake up, right? So he touches me and he's like, Pink, are you okay? Are you there? I'm like, huh? And all I was doing was like shaking my torso sideways, and like my eyes were wide open. But in my fever dream, I was working on my knitting machine, and you just have to go back and forth. It's like a huge piano, and you just go back and forth, and dubstep music was playing, and like lights were flashing. So it was just like dun, dun, tiki, 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 and I was working my because I had been making socks for the past month when I cut my hand, and like I made 18 pairs of socks that season in like the span of 2 months. So I had like sock on the brain, and I freaking did socks in my like hell version of like being like in a coma.
That sounds horrible.
It was crazy bad. I was like, oh man, this is so painful. And you wake up from that and you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, dubstep, knitting machine, fever dream has been like the top it's ever been for me as a working dream. Do you have like a particular work dream that recurs, or?
It doesn't reoccur. It depends on what I'm working on. But on multiple occasions, like I've like gone through a full day of work, and then like I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, like it's like not saving, right? Like not saving and crashing.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that's terrible. So you're constantly just
man,
saving.
I got so far on my model, and now I open it up, and I'm where I was when I stopped.
Oh no.
Dang,
That's awful. I still haven't learned my lesson. Like, I haven't saved this yet. I should know better.
But like, especially like when I'm struggling like with topology or something like that, like,
and you're trying out
sometimes
stuff.
I'll figure it out in my dream.
Oh yeah, me too. It's actually a pretty neat thing that happens. That, or like you just stop. You're like, fuck this, I'm not gonna look at it. And then you're in the shower, kind of just chilling. And then you're like, oh, that's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Good old work dreams. Does anybody in the chat have a work dream fear that keeps coming back, or just somehow marked them for life? I gotta get better at crotches. It's like a very important part of a sex game. One day when we don't have a safe for work stream, I'll have a special edition genital stream 8 minutes, man. I am way behind on this one. I think I was too busy talking about knitting machines. I should have extra time for that. It's
Nope,
it's only
no
fair.
cheating.
It's only fair. I do too, Mandra. I rarely have nightmares. Which is why probably my fainting spells are more intense. Even things that would be considered a nightmare, like stressful situations, they're usually more like adventures to me. Like, I think it's also because I always have a bit of consciousness of myself being in a dream. And if I do feel like it gets overwhelming, I usually wake up.
Okay.
A man of stone. Stuck working. That does sound like a nightmare. Oof, sorry about that. Absolutely, Seth. Maybe not, like, I still want my characters to be somewhat humanoid just so they can fit into the character system. But it is part of the plan eventually to have a bit more artistic freedom when it comes to, like, body parts and things to customize in a much more, like, long run aspect of what we're building with the game. The games, I should say. Because each experience is going to be kind of like an iteration of the next project, right? We're trying to build tools, mostly, to help ourselves make more games, better games, over time. So yeah, some funky genitalia and like monster girl stuff. Definitely something I'm interested in trying. But for now, we're gonna stick to a little bit more vanilla until we get the manpower to do more. Well, that's it. So it'll take a time for us to get everything in running order, but I believe once we do, it'll pay itself forward very quickly. Because just what we're building for this particular project, we'll be setting up the groundwork for all of the storytelling tools for upcoming games. So, which I think is somewhat important when you're making a sex game. So that way, working hand in hand with the sex module, we'll be able to come up with these fun interactive ways of telling stories over time. Three minutes, Wyatt. 3 minutes. Are you even still there? I hope not. Maybe it's all about those scary dreams he has. I know, right? I am looking forward to kicking his buns. I should have probably stopped the timer. I didn't realize he'd be gone so long. Oh crap. Oh, time's it. I'm not ready to stop. It's not cheating if Wyatt's not here. It's not my fault he's not paying attention. Guess I'll just have to continue sculpting. Well, now I'm trying to avoid naming these characters just for the sake of not getting reprimanded. But let's say this. It's a Zelda-inspired character. I know, I have so much to catch up to. This guy's legs are atrocious. Well, it's a little bit the idea of the speed sculpt because what's always hard is getting started, right? And the speed sculpt kind of forces you to like get into a mindset where it's like it's okay if it sucks because you'll stop in an hour. But then if the happy accident is that you want to keep working, then it's kind of bonus, right? You can decide whether or not you want to keep pushing it, which I'm enjoying a lot. Like I've never been motivated to do speed sculpts before, but ever since I've been doing them, I'm really not regretting the experience at all. It was very worth my while. You back?
Sorry about that.
Where'd you go?
I had a phone call.
Oh shoot. I didn't realize you left so fast, and I was like, wait a minute, he's really gone. And thankfully I wasn't talking to myself for too long. It's okay, I had the chat. So the timer went off, and I don't remember when you left.
It's alright, it was like 5 minutes left.
Was it really just 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, well, technically time's over, bud. But if you want to put in an extra 5 minutes, I'll allow it.
I think I'm alright.
Okay. Did you want to start a new one or keep going on this one for another hour? Well, on a different spout.
Up to you.
Because I was gonna want to try working the face a little. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oops. Let me know when you're ready. Shh, Seth, don't tell anybody. This is for your entertainment. I can't just sit around waiting for Wyatt. Did you tell me it was good?
Without me?
No. It's not true. I ain't doing shit.
Silent. We're ready. We're moving on to the next part?
Yeah, you ready?
Alright, yeah.
Okay, I might do a hand sculpt later after. Just for the sake of rounding off my edges.
My stylist all the time. Time is going.
You're what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I'm gonna go find my stylist while time's going.
Why?
It's fine, I got this. It'll be fine.
I mean, no, I'll wait. You know, I can't like, you know, you don't need an handicap. I'm gonna blow you right out of the water. I'm gonna kick your ass.
You sure about that? Go check the Discord.
Oh shit. Psh, it's not fair. You get to look at my stuff all the time.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay. Psh. Whatever, man.
Alright, found it.
Okay, timer is started. Okay, gotta let go of that board. And it's face time.
You said you're working on the FaceTime?
Yeah. Ugh, I'll save. No. Oh, please don't explode. Well, I guess that's really good news. It's kind of bittersweet, but since Mixer's not, like, I continuously only have like 1 or 2 viewers, the filters must be effective. It sucks because it feels so nice to have like a bunch of people.
Just not when they're kids.
Yup. Because that's the thing, like, even if I, oh my gosh, what's going on? I don't know. There's no point in like going against their TOS and then just winding up with like in a world of trouble.
Yeah.
For the sake of having viewers, you know? Because then it's like not the right crowd anyhow. Yes, Seth, I am on 5 different platforms right now. I'm a little extra like that. I started streaming there yesterday and was met with quite the surprise when I realized that most of the people watching, I had set up an age, like I only put teens because I was just doing anatomy stuff, but I kind of went ahead and kept talking about the project, which, like, what's being displayed is safe for work, but what's being talked about isn't. And I didn't think that it would have been as bad as it got yesterday. It didn't get super bad. It wasn't like an apocalypse, but it was definitely strange. Oh, five different platforms I'm streaming on. And then I said something along the lines of streaming to kids, which is an absolute no-no. Okay, I'll see you soon, Seth. Did you start something new, Wyatt, or are you just working on the face?
No, I'm just this.
I'm just saying, stylistically, I'm totally winning right now. Why? Because you're losing?
Yep. And that's the price for losing.
Cut your head off. Off with your head. Off with your head.
Maybe not. Maybe I can just I think probably gonna buy. Right. I think that's how that works. You don't have enough buy.
Starting to look like a pretty boy. Are you being extra focused because you know I'm gonna beat your ass?
I'm being extra focused so that I beat your ass.
You won't win.
I don't like to leave things up to chance.
Impossible.
And I'm not even at my full power.
This isn't even your final form yet. 42 minutes to go.
Did everyone leave on the chat?
Seth went somewhere and has not come back yet. And everybody else is kind of quiet. But that's okay. They can chill. But if they want to chat, then they should feel free to ask anything. Do you have a question for the chat, Wyatt? Do you?
Huh? Do I have a question?
Yeah.
No?
Wow.
What's your favorite cake?
Kind of cake. Mantra says he's quiet. Oh, and cooking. Which would be very apropos about that cake question. What's your favorite kind of cake, Mandra? Ouch, 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 ouch. Tropesian? What's that? Tropesian. Is this some kind of like upside down cake? For some reason, when you said that, I've never seen a tropesian, but it kind of sounds like something that would be flipped upside down. Like an upside down cake. Oh, now we're talking. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, okay.
My zebras is that I'm scared.
What is that?
My zebras.
Oh, yeah, mine froze up. I thought I had crashed and lost it.
Got real scared. Thank you, Babu. You the cutest. Hey, Forecast Nut. How's it going? I didn't... Oh, dang. I didn't see you type. I hope you didn't type this a long time ago. Anyways, if you're still here, Forecast, feel free to chat about my restream. It's not letting me see see Mixer issue status. To chat about
I hate it when Restream does that.
my restream. Yes, lime sauce.
Yeah, sometimes the chat just loses connection.
Yeah, that's lame. Now I should see everybody on Mixer. Ouch. So Mendra, his favorite cake is brioche made in a cake form. Then it's cut and filled with cream diplomate. Ooh. Is that what Marie Antoinette was referring to when she told people to eat some brioche? Is that the better version with crème diplomate? I don't know what crème diplomate is. But it all sounds delicious. That sounds amazing. Sorry I'm eating in your ears. Robo brought me some garden tomatoes with cottage cheese on top. So good. Man, you're making me want to eat cake now, Mandra. See, even if Wyatt wins that, it doesn't count because I can't be working while I eat.
That's not how that works.
It's all his fault.
Oh my goodness.
Damn it! ZBrush keeps scaring the shit out of me. When it autosaves, it takes forever.
You can turn the autosave off.
No, but I like it, it's just that it scares me when it freezes up. Because your girl doesn't save.
Yeah, I had to turn my autosave off. It was crashing.
Really? Well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's because it saves my undo history or something. Why'd you have to ask questions about cake? Now we all want to eat cake.
Yes, if I had a question. Another question.
Mandra, do you have a question for Wyatt? So we can distract him, so we can win. Hey, Heis! Did you finish work yet? I know. That's why I delegated to Wyatt. And then we wound up with that cake fiasco. I have one. How's the pin making process going?
That's going alright. We're just doing painting. And then I have a few more to print. So I ordered some resin to add some.
Nice. So where did you guys get that printer?
Where did I get the printer?
Yeah.
I got it from Matterhack. They're a 3D printing company that, or not a company, but they are a company, not a 3D printing. They sell 3D prints today.
Okay.
And I have learned about the printer from Kickstarter.
Okay. You might have
Yeah.
the same resin printer than that a friend of mine has. Because
It's
she...
a Pinkalie mod.
Well, because I had never heard of a resin printer before. And my friend was like, I finally got the printer I ordered on... Or actually, did she wind up canceling it and going with another resin printer? Damn it. Now I don't know. But she's kind of doing the same thing as you guys. She's, well, yes and no. It's not pins, but it's figurines for conventions. And, yeah, she was making those. And she's really excited about having the printer. So how long have you guys had it?
I've had the printer for... It's been a few years now.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not the same one then.
Because I know Formlabs was like first ones. They've been around for a long time. Like, I think they had a patent that ran out, so a bunch of other companies. Probably within like the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years, more companies have been popping up.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Heist. Now you'll be sure to catch my stream all the time. I have to stop making these high cheekbones.
Making the high what?
I keep making these high cheekbones, but he doesn't really have high cheekbones. If anything, he doesn't have the reverse of that, but he has not that.
I'm going to cheat. That's hot garbage.
You are cheating?
I'm cheating.
Wyatt, you're disqualified. You may
You
never...
said I couldn't cheat. Yeah, they weren't in the rules of friends, so...
Well, Heist, what's the point of following if you disable notifications? You silly Billy.
That sounds a bad idea.
Yeah, get all the good feels and none of the do none of the work. It's like, oh yeah, I'm following you, all right. Following jack shit. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it's all for the account stats. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get to be one of those special accounts, especially with the kind of content I distribute. Unless they ended up being a bit more open-minded than I thought. Hey, Hill Graphics. He is a character from a beloved franchise, which I will not name. But I believe they are... well, like, so Wyatt, you know any like stuff about copyright? Like, when you're doing fan art...
Not a whole lot, but
like, in the case of fan art, like, is it safer for me to, like, it's fan art, but we're gonna be, like, making it as unique as we can, right? Like, it's all gonna be, like, our cannons or whatever, like, because we're extra like that. So, like, in the case of fair use, I don't want to get, like, destroyed by Nintendo. So, is it best for me to just never mention any links to, like no names, no nothing? Hey, Bold Deck, how's it going?
yeah, so it's best that...
Heist is trying to get me caught. He says I can talk about it. But I think Heisty, he's like a secret police. He's trying to get me to say things that are gonna get me in trouble.
Trying to make you guilty.
Yeah.
So, like Mario, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can name a character Mario, and there's nothing Nintendo can, like, really do about it, you know? Like, they didn't come up with the name and whatnot, but, like, if you have a guy in a red shirt or red hat and overalls and...
Yeah. Happens to be a plumber.
Mario, yeah. Well, not even, like, they can't even... They don't even own being a plumber, you know?
For sure. 20 minutes,
like,
by the way.
Having someone in overalls and a red shirt who happens to be a plumber, as long as the rest of it's different, like, there's nothing you can do about it, you know?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry for the hit.
But, like, getting into, like, a name like Ganon or Samus or something like, you know, less common and more easier to prove that it's their property.
Yeah.
The more you have to, like, change the character, you know. But it's usually best just to stay away from this one.
Okay, but Heist has a good point. Oh, thanks, Bulldog, for the follow. He says I can say that it's inspired by it.
Well, and that's the thing, because none of this is like black and white. So you kind of have to think about how much you're inspired. Like, because even though the law is like super vague, you have to make something 70% different.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? You know?
Yeah.
Like, if I...
But I feel like we could argue that whatever I'm doing is that, right? Because, like, they don't own the principle of, like, the type of character design they've made, right? Like, not necessarily design, like, that's the thing. Like, there's not going to be any icons.
Like, if you stay away from icons and names, you know, as long as... Like so Link's outfit is iconic, right?
Is what? Iconic? Yeah, but Link's outfit
Yeah.
was heavily inspired by Peter Pan's.
Yeah, yeah. But that's just the thing is like,
But like nobody owns
so
a
they have
green
icon-
shirt.
yeah, yeah. Like both designs are iconic on their own, but they're different enough that you won't see a picture of Link and be like, oh, is that Peter Pan?
That's Peter Pan, yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you won't look at Peter Pan and be like, oh, is that Link? So that, even though they're pretty much close to the same outfit, it falls under that 70%
Yeah.
difference, even though I would argue it's probably like 55% at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But nobody
So,
cares
yeah.
about what you think, Wyatt. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Saddest puppy. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm teasing.
I guess like in the court of law, it comes down to whoever
Who you're fighting.
yeah.
Okay, so to answer your question, Ilgraphics, if you're still there, this is inspired by Ganon from The Legend of Zelda. Now please don't sue me. Yeah, your girl's got a bite.
Yeah, like you probably could get away with like using names and stuff like that. You know, it's probably better if you don't, because like if your game happens to explode,
Yeah.
that's when you know people will leave you alone until you make money.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I feel like at that point, we'll be working on our original stuff still. At that point, yeah, and then and then that stuff can just get archived or whatever if they're ever like, hey, by the way, like, cease and desist. But at that point, it's like they have such bigger fish to fry that are like so clearly infringing on their property that, like, I mean, you'd be surprised for sure.
Yeah.
But
Because like I know Wizards of the Coast, it's like, you know, the people straight ripped off Wizards of the Coast, but
yeah,
they've gotten on fan artists before. And it's like, really, like, leave these dudes alone, like,
leave these dudes alone.
Well, then, wasn't Blizzard trying to attract that one?
Like sexy remakes of their stuff, like.
I think they were trying to get like porn media and stuff being made. But, like, a
well,
lot of these people making, you know, the porn and stuff, I mean, they're not making money off of it.
Well, surprising.
Technically, yes, and technically, no, it's Patreon,
Yeah, but then you'd argue that, like, if it weren't for that shit, you wouldn't be selling anything.
but yeah. So that's a whole nother gray area. So someone needs to sit down and figure this out, you know?
Well, at the same time, it's like anything, right? If you're able to defend it and spend the energy doing it, then do it. But if so many people are doing it, then there's a certain moment where it becomes like almost like a human right. That, like, if it's indefensible, then why would you keep fighting it? But like I don't know, maybe maybe somebody could say that about like rape and pillaging, but which is like but it's like historically people did it.
Doing it, it should be fine.
Yeah, that's it. It was like, but I mean, people historically did do it because they could,
Yeah.
So it's tricky.
And like at the same time, like I understand like why companies would want to,
Well, defend their rights for sure.
yeah, defend their rights, defend what they're trying to convey. You make Mickey Mouse, and you don't really let him like digging down. What's Daffy's girlfriend's name?
Oh God,
Daisy?
Daisy. Yeah.
While she's being like double dicked by Goofy as well,
Oh my God.
Like, you make a kid's cartoon, and you're like, this is what people decide to do.
Oh my God, there's so much of the weirdest stuff. Like, who is it that was like? I think somebody showed me a Rugrats forum where like they all like role play.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, what? And they like write their like little fan fictions about like some of the characters fucking and stuff, and it's like, but they're babies.
Yeah.
Like, sure, there's the spin-off show where they're all kind of teenagers or whatever, but there's just some franchises that you should like, don't go there, man. But you know what? I'm not gonna kink shame. If people are rugratters or whatever they call themselves, then feel free to be your truth.
That's some dangerous territory.
It's hard to know if the people in those forums are like trolls.
It's hard to know what?
If the people in those forums are trolls or not.
Usually they're not trolls.
They're like legit.
Like I was talking to someone at like my local art, and they were having trouble like understanding the concept of bathwater. And so like I had explained it in
Like
I was.
what bathwater?
You haven't heard about the bathwater?
Yeah, I have, but like for some reason the context and the way you said it was like this is something that a lot of people do and not just the one girl.
Oh, yeah. This chick, like everyone is super shocked by it. This chick isn't doing anything new. She's not original.
Oh, really? This whole time we thought she had like cornered a specific market.
No. This is she's just famous
for doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So people get bathwater. 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, I was I had explained to them like there's this whole entire market for this chick isn't doing anything new. But there was also at one point there was I don't know if they're still doing it because it was a super instant loop, right? So like you're not allowed to mail like used panties, used tampons.
You can't?
File. No, you're not supposed to mail them. At least in the U.S. I don't know about like Canada.
Oh, okay. Because maybe we like to get freaky.
Yeah. But like if you're caught mailing that kind through the U.S. Postal Office.
Oh, you can be arrested.
I think it's a felony.
Yeah. Mandra's saying the Japanese have that market covered. But
but then even ordering it from Japan, like you're not supposed.
Well, yeah, because it'll get shipped off to the U.S. Postal Service.
Mm-hmm. But breast milk was this loophole that someone found, and so there was a service for ladies who were like permanently breastfeeding, or
Yeah.
rather, I should say, like, to sell to ladies who couldn't lactate or single fathers and stuff like that.
Okay. Which is a noble pursuit.
Yeah, it was a noble pursuit. I mean, if that's really their goal, that's how they were marketing it. I mean,
Oh, but it was
huge
something
section
else.
of their market, yeah. And that's how they're marketing it.
But like, how do you know if you're a freaking dad trying to sell, like, get boob stuff and then you wind up with bath water?
Well,
Like, it still doesn't make it legal to sell the thing you're not supposed, like, to ship the thing you're ship, even if you call it something else.
yeah. Well,
If anything, it makes it even more a felony.
That was the thing. Like, it wasn't illegal to mail breast milk.
Oh, so people just wanted breast milk. Or am I not understanding this still?
No, yeah, people like dudes would go and buy these ladies' breast milk.
Okay, I mean, if that's their
necessity for the baby.
yeah,
Fetish.
but like like fetish or not, like I haven't tasted breast milk yet, but your girl's crafty, and if a baby drinks it, it's okay. And we drink other animals' milk. And if you ask me, this is fucking grosser than drinking our own milk, which we're supposed to drink. Now, we're not supposed to drink it when we're old, but like, maybe this is a very unpopular opinion. Maybe people are gonna be like, pig's gross, so let's like not follow this project anymore because she has opinions about breast milk. But like, breast milk versus cow milk. Cow milk fucking drags in fucking shit all day. She's a cow. She's gonna sit in her own poop. Those udders are touching poop for sure. And you're gonna tell me that it's grosser to get a lady's breast milk who like purposefully prepared it so that it would be like good to drink for a baby, and that's icky? Like, that's just social construction. For sure.
I don't think it's icky. Like, I would drink breast milk. Like, no problem.
Ooh, everybody, Wyatt likes breast milk.
I say it. I say it is. I like it.
You're a milker or whatever the name they call themselves. People, we're not doing any kink shaming here. No kink shame. We're just
like, I've never had breast milk, but like, I'm not opposed. But it's like, when it becomes sexual, that's the problem. You know?
Yeah, but then that's in your own mind palace. Like, you live with yourself. You figure that shit out.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. I guess I feel the same way about feet. Like, there's nothing wrong with feet. Like, feet aren't particularly bad or ugly or anything. But like, then you want to like stick them up your butthole, and that's what I'm like.
Stick feet up your butthole? I mean, obviously someone's done it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have done it. Yeah.
And I mean, they have their full right to do it. I'm not going to take that away.
The wild, wild west of humanity. Just, there's no limit to the surprises it can get. Mandra has the opinion that cow's milk is better than breast milk. I'm curious. I haven't ever tasted it as an adult. I hear some people make like cupcakes and things, like they bake stuff with their breast milk.
Yeah, that's a whole other service.
Like some people will make cheese too. I wonder how that works. Well, I mean, not works. I mean, I know how that works, but I wonder, like, what it feels like when it cooks.
What it feels like when it, like...
Well, like, you know how milk has properties when it cooks, right? Like, it's
yeah.
It'll separate if you don't... Well, not separate, but, it reacts to the fact that it's getting cooked. So, I'm curious as to what are the propensities of the milk, what are the qualities of the milk when it cooks.
I wasted a bunch of time on this. This is garbage. This is hot trash.
Come on now. Well, you have 3 minutes to fix it, so.
Alright.
You gotta use them up as best you can. Usually when it gets like that, I just start moving stuff, like, radically.
I can't move stuff.
There's no redeeming it.
Yeah, I have no choice but to destroy it.
With fire?
Yeah, let's keep some of the properties. At least not all.
Well, see, to each his own. I believe that everybody can do anything as long as it doesn't take away people's rights. Lactating women's galore. There's something wrong about this nose.
This might be like, I'm okay with it until it gets weird.
But like, what's weird? Like, other things that are weird. I watched a porno where two people were having sex without their organs. Like, they were just like pegging each other and doing a bunch of stuff. Nobody was having like penetrative sex. And I was like, you know, it is kind of weird. Like, if you just look at it as an animal thing, like what other animal would do what these people are doing? And yet, they seem like they're having fun.
Like I guess weird, like, to me, is like, it's not so much the act of something as much as it's the person doing that. Like, it takes a certain type of person to, like, dress up in a diaper and make that sexual, you know? And it's probably not like Joe down the street. Like, Joe down the street, he might be into like BSL or something like that. Like, you never know what's going on in his basement. But like, it's more like Jack, like your neighbor's Jack, and your neighbor's Jack a little bit off.
Yeah, but like, I feel like that's like. I feel like everybody has the potential of being into so many things. Like, heck, I was talking to like my high school teacher. She was asking me what I did for a living, and like she kept insisting, and I'm a bad liar. You know, I usually go the route of like, oh, I make video games. I'm work in video games, and I do contracts, and like, which is not a lie. It's true. That's what I do. But then she's like, but you know, I open up and I kind of say, I work on my own projects too. And she's like, oh, what are your projects? Like, tell me all about your projects. And I start with like the stuff I've done like a while ago. And like, instead of, you know, being a good liar and saying like, that's what I'm doing right now, I'm like, oh, you know, I did that a while ago. She's like, but what are you working on now? And like, after the third question, I'm like, I make porn. And then she's like, really? And she was so excited. And like, not because she was into porn, but necessarily, but she was just like so blown away that like, it was a career, that people could do it, and that it was so cool that like this like market is a possibility, because like in her youth, like you could have never imagined porn games. And she was just like so proud. I was like, oh my gosh, like she was my high school teacher after all. But yeah, weird is subjective, as all people have different perspectives, and that's it. Like, whatever feels normal to you might be like the most outrageous thing you've ever imagined for somebody else, and vice versa. Like, heck, just the prospect of working from home and being your own boss. Like, most of my friends are like, oh my god, how do you do it? Just like, I would never be able to function, and I totally understand because I barely do. But that's it. Like, people's normals are other people's weirds, and vice versa. That's like kind of what's interesting about sex, because everybody does it, and yet it's this big taboo thing that nobody should be talking about, and kids shouldn't be taught, and totally weird, right? So why, if you're still working, you're cheating because the timer went off.
Oh, okay.
You want to show me your stuff?
Sure.
Kind of looks like a goblin now. god. Oops. Okay, I'm not working on it, I swear.
Oh, okay.
It's his nose. It's almost done, but it's almost, I don't know. I kept working on small portions of it, and now I realize I was tunnel visioning Hobgoblin.
I changed something and it messed up my dude's mouth.
Oh no. Why'd you do that?
I don't know how far back it was.
Okay, wait, I need to use this. Yeah, I guess I'll have to wait until I have kids to figure that out, Mandra. I won't lie, I'm gonna try it. I'm curious. And I have to imagine that it changes depending on what you eat too, right? You are what you eat after all. And I mean, if people can like the taste of pussy, people can definitely like the taste of breast milk. I guess it's a different kind of umami.
Are you still working?
No! I'm really enjoying this sculpt. It's actually starting to look like something, because I felt like the previous two sculpts were kind of similar. But this one kind of has the potential of actually being something. If I go with like the brutish look of like kind of evil goblin lord. Yeah, you're right, Il. Like, just this morning, Robo was talking about how this elementary school had to send out notes to the parents because like a bunch of STDs were cropping up amongst the kids.
What?
And like they had to do an announcement to say like, these are the sign of the STD, please get treated, please practice safe sex. And like, I don't know, he was just talking about it, and like I didn't follow up, so it might have been like an Onion article or something. So take my words for what they're worth. But my first reaction was being outraged by the fact that these kids were having sex, but that's also what the parents did as well. They were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're sending this to me and my kids. Why are my kids doing, like, why are you talking about sex in the first place? Like, why is it that there's sex happening in an elementary school? Like, not in the school, but amongst the school children. But then you have to think about it, and you're like, well, shit, if there's freaking STDs in the school, people's got to do something about this, because it's a fucking problem. And, like, is it the problem that they're having sex, or is it the problem that, like, I don't know, it's, like, such a weird bag of weird. Because, like, I couldn't help myself, like, even as being, like, open-minded and, like, people should do what they want with their bodies, it's like, these are, like, I don't know, because it's this weird zone of, like, self-discovery. Like, what's an appropriate age to discover yourself? But, like, why the fuck are these kids getting STDs? Hey, guys.
Like, you know, it really, like, just kind of bewilders me that, like, so there's studies and stuff on this. Like, we have numbers know that talking about sex reduces STDs and reduces teen pregnancy and stuff, and no one wants to talk about it. Despite that, we know that it helps, but they also don't want teen pregnancy and STD.
Yeah. And then they go and
Yeah,
say,
right.
like, abstinence is the best. And it's like, no, you're creating so many kinks and so many deviations just by saying, like, don't
Yeah.
do it. An 18 plus call from work heist? Are they going to get you on a new project? Or are you talking about the 18 plus thing from Mixer? Oh, to discover yourself? Or are you just quoting me because you think it's silly? What's the thing? Like, well, you know, I guess you can discover yourself with someone else's help. But, man, like, that means that they're 10-year-olds and under. That blows my mind. Okay. Hey, yeah.
Oh,
Still there?
Hey,
Oh my
it's
god.
too hard to explain myself in the chat.
Hey, buddy. You scared the living crap out of us again.
Come on.
Lily.
I made sure to join and say nothing, so I don't scare anyone.
Wait, I'm just gonna put you a little lower.
Oh, sorry.
No, so put that foot. So I've actually like made you hot. Can you talk a little bit?
Do you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Okay.
actually good. I said, come on, Lil.
Sorry.
Lily. It's actually really good, Wyatt. Come on, man. You gotta believe in yourself.
Are you streaming now?
no, I'm not streaming.
Oh. Why did you post what you're working on?
Yeah, those are the two scopes we did. First one was the body sculpt, and the second one the head sculpt.
Oh, okay, I found it.
And I just gave him eyebrows. He made it without eyebrow.
Mine was better. Sorry.
Yours was A+ for effort.
Oof.
Oof.
The 18 plus was for something you said in the chat. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like you were asking a question about when should you discover yourself.
Okay.
So for the TOS I said 18 plus.
Ah. I see. But if we're in an 18 plus stream, can't we talk about 18 plus stuff?
Depend where you are. Twitch will be really. It depends who will see your content, which moderator I think, and it seems that if you're a girl, they are less restrictive. See,
Oh, really?
yeah, they will never.
But I thought
Yeah.
like I thought the like quote unquote thoughts and stuff like they would crack down a lot faster.
Nah,
Really?
they never get really big penalties or stuff like that.
Because the money's coming in.
Yeah. Mixer, I'm not sure what. They seem really way more lenient.
Yeah, that's the word.
But I'm not sure. I never seen somebody. You just they say in the TOS if you know there's people under 18, you should not talk about sex
In your, well,
in your room. Yeah, but how can you really know?
well, today I told myself that I'd be enforcing, like, basically banning whoever wasn't 18. So, like, the moment it becomes obvious that you're not 18, I ban you.
Yeah, but they can still see your content.
Yeah, but I have to know about it. That's so gray. Like, that's such a gray area.
If someone is under 18 but makes an 18-year-old account, they're the ones breaking the TOS.
Well, that's it. So, like, how is it that I'm responsible for their, like, basically the lack of oversight from Mixer themselves? Well, like, I understand that obviously they're gonna they're gonna structure their TOS so that they're never liable, but
they need to do those blanket statements to protect themselves.
yeah, and I get that, but I feel like it's not enforceable.
Yeah, come.
Well, I guess it's enforceable because they can just say, like, we don't want you on this platform, bye.
Yeah, but I don't think they will do that now.
Oh, just because it's in its infancy, you mean?
Yeah, I don't think they like your content is okay for mixers.
Oh yeah, until I get into genitals, then I can see that they would.
Even if you're taught to what you're talking about and stuff like that, it's okay. On Twitch, less maybe. Just depends.
We shall see then. So I'm continuing this speed sculpt, but this time I'm making a little bit more character-specific accessories.
It's way above than before.
It's what?
Buffer.
It's a very
The character is buff. I'm not sure if I'm.
Yeah, you are. That's the word. Yeah, at first I was going for a more slight build, because, like, I was getting inspired by versions of Ganon that people draw that aren't as bulky. By the way, Seth, welcome back. Sorry, I saw your messages, but then I got into a conversation and I forgot to say hi. What was I gonna say? Oh, but yeah, so, yeah, I was getting inspired by versions of him that were a lot less, well, like the original character, which felt like it could be a solution to not being too blatant about it.
Is it bad that I never seen Ganon before? Ganon?
I think you're fired, Heis. You can pack your things.
I'm not even fired though.
Come on, you've never played a Zelda game.
Yeah, I played. I never finished it.
Huh. Which game did you play?
The only one I finished was the one at the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
So I believe he might have been in there, no? Like, which one? Link to the Past?
The one that you need to find amulet, like 5 or 6 of them.
Well, I like the one where he goes between worlds.
Yeah, like the past and.
Well, they say it's the past, but it kind of just feels like this dark world, right?
Yeah.
What is this, Mandra?
A Link to the Past.
Oh, it's funny. I was reading this this comic just a couple days ago, but I mean, I didn't see this particular piece, but I was looking at a couple panels from what they were doing.
Where is the chat you're talking?
What?
Where is the chat you're talking?
It was on Plex. Mandra linked a comic about Ganon's hair. It's funny. Wait, I'll send it to you.
I need to have 4 stream open now to see all the chat.
You know, right?
Well, wait, you're supposed to be able to see them in my window. Oh, because you can't.
Sometimes they pop up, sometimes they don't, and then...
Are you serious?
Next is not working on your window, but the 3 others is working.
On my rendo? What?
On your window.
Oh, it's normal. So Plagues will never be there. But the other 4 are supposed to be there.
Yeah, the other is working, but I don't know where was the 4th place.
Ah, yeah, it was that's just Plex.
So I'm putting you 4 views.
Nice! Or not. Damn it, I only have 5 views according to Rice Stream, so 4 of those is you? God dang it.
You're always having a lot of views on the next day.
Well, yeah, Plex is good for me. It's a good place. I'm not. Would never do that. Oh man, is the bot still broken? Dang. Because I feel like I didn't look at good Dex messages. Okay, they're still good. Yeah, I'm gonna dive deeper into it, Mandra, because like I saw a couple good panels and it made me laugh a lot, and I was like, oh man, I have to take the time to read it all up. Oh no. Alex just sent me no, actually it's another friend of ours, but Le Journal de Montréal. I don't know if this is a spoof, but basically a real like famous publication here in Montreal, a journal news, has written an article about do you fart? Do you forget about people around you when you fart? Having farts is normal, but it is a function of your body that you should keep to the bathrooms. And it's like, this is a fucking article on the Journal de Montréal about his opinion on farts. What the fuck is going on? and then Alex said, Martineau, which is the author, is really getting to the bottom of the barrel of opinions.
I don't understand why sometimes. Oh, that's
Yeah. Oh, is something wrong with the stream? I guess I haven't been moving much. Sorry, I got into reading memes. This is what happens when I stream for too long. I start running on fumes.
sorry, I'm mean tonight.
You're mean?
Mean.
Why are you mean?
I said smart remark.
Oh, I see. Well, you're fine.
Today is Saturday.
Saturday.
Let's start that stream.
Who are you streaming to?
Yeah. We'll do some coding. Or try to.
Is it better now? Is it still moving now? You guys gotta let me know.
Yeah, it's streaming on Picardo.
Okay, good. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm doing it. Cause fuck the police. I have used ZBrush ever since I got out of school, but I haven't had much of the opportunity to get good at it because as a professional, I used to specialize a lot more into low poly. So there was never much of a use for ZBrush other than having fun. But now, just recently, I've decided to get a lot better. So I'm trying to do daily sculpts for as long as I can to kind of stimulate my creativity and get back into the groove of creating characters and also just getting better at ZBrush in general. Because I learned the basics long ago, but that's it. Like, the kind of stuff that it's like riding a bike, but if you were never really good at it to begin with, you kind of have to learn a lot.
I've never heard it that way.
What did you say?
Is it that bad?
I'm not sure if I really understand what you said.
I said it's like riding a bike, but if you sucked at it to begin with, you're not really going to be good. Excuse me, I didn't realize I'm such a comedian.
I was not ready for that.
What? A biking analogy?
That went in a completely different direction. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I think you guys are tired or something. It's not funny.
Oh yeah, I'm streaming now. I put your name in my title, so maybe some of my viewers will join you.
Ooh.
It's Nudica on Twitch, right?
Nudica, yeah. So you're on Twitch right now?
Yeah. The idea to change your name.
Huh?
It's Pinkalie on Picardo and on Plex, but Nudica on Twitch and Mixer.
Plex? Yeah. So Picardo... Why did I go with Pinkalie? Because it's the same with Twitter too. Like, I'm on two separate things and I hate that. But I don't know what to do about it.
You can change it if it's available.
So what's the name of yours? Oh yeah, I see you. Here, I'm gonna go give you a butt view too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Those are some nice looking boxes.
Are you talking about those boxes?
I don't know. They're just hanging out in your viewport.
Oh, I crashed.
So you, yeah, so...
my code last time. Fuck.
Wait, am I... What's... You didn't save? So you've been, you're a modeler yourself, L Graphics. What do you do? Like, tell me about your stuff. I want to learn more. 20 years of Maya user, you must be like a pro. Do you have a portfolio we can sniff at? I want to look. I want to see. And yes, Seth, I am multi-streaming on several platforms right now.
Never do that. It's not a good idea.
Well, I'm doing it because I do what I want.
Yeah. I think it's separate the community too much.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, if I'm gonna stream and there's gonna be like 3 people in the room and nobody's gonna talk, I'd much rather have 5 platforms that aggregates at least 2 or 3 conversation, and then I can relay the messages as best as I can. I mean, it's not perfect. I wish it was. I'm still in the market for an application that lets me actually show the text properly on all the different stuff.
Why did it crash now?
Do you actually stream yourself, Il?
Test.
Hello.
Ooh.
Might cause for the stream. Okay, now it's working.
I agree with you, Mandra. I don't know when I'm gonna hit that point though, because I've noticed that, like, maybe it is because I multi-stream. I don't know, but I noticed that some communities actually get tired. Like, I don't know if it's because of the way my interface looks or because I'm not doing interesting things enough, but if I'm stream, like, I've noticed a big dip in the amount of people I get on Plexstorm, even though I used to get, like, great feedback and, like, great like the core people that actually cared have stayed, and then I guess the infatuation has. So I don't know.
Oh, that's what I want to do that.
Well, if you have a portfolio, Il, I'd love to see it. If you feel extroverted enough to share it. If you don't, that's fine. And if you want, I can keep it private too.
We'll all judge it.
No, I'll keep it private because it'll be between the 2 of us.
And we don't get to make someone cry.
No, people will have to be nice. This is a nice stream. No kink shaming, and, like, a nice little friendly stream. Well, I mean, Seth, you do have a point.
Yeah, I think you joined the earlier, right?
Oh, nah. Or did he, or you're asking?
Yeah, I think so. It must be him. It's the same name, so why not?
Maybe it's an imposter. What are you working on, Wyatt?
Remember now?
Yeah.
My game book.
Oh, nice. You gonna show us pics of that too when you're done?
Yeah.
I wanna see. Okay, I need to fix this. This is outrageous. Well, thank you, Seth. Oh, wait, what's wrong here? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, sorry Seth, I saw your question, but so I personally don't have much of the time anymore to play games, unfortunately, because I used to love it. But I guess it's kind of like how the sausage is made. I used to never understand my teachers when they said that. Like, they were, especially animators, they're like, I can't go watch animation movies anymore. They just make me want to barf. And I'm like, what? I love animation movies. I'll never get tired. And I see it a little bit with games. Like, it's not because I make them per se, but I spend so much time making them that playing them has kind of been relegated to second importance, I guess. I do enjoy watching them. When Robo plays something, I like to look at it. It's also because I have a lot of hobbies, so my hobbies usually take that time the little time I have to, or it's not fair. I actually sometimes go into my hobbies so hard I have a hard time concentrating on work. But that's it. My time management has been an issue for me to enjoy some good games. But what about you? Are there games that you're looking forward to?
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
What? You
I was
still
writing something to your graphic on the chat, and
Oh no. You fucked up, boy. I won't look at it. It was supposed to be private. I won't look at it. See all your shame.
next video to enjoy, and no, I do not post any. Oh, yes.
It's hard to model characters because when they look bald, they look so silly. Like, it's hard to just start from scratch and then have the bald character and then bam. Like, I feel like even if it's a mediocre character now, the fact that even the hair looks like dinky, it already looks so much more like him now. Like, it feels a lot more satisfying to work on it just because it looks Oh, see you in a bit, Seth.
Yeah, hair and also eyebrows. Eyebrows really make a difference.
Absolutely. Oh. Ew, did you lose a lot of work in the process when your computer kicked it? That sucks. It's always shitty when your rig fails you.
God damn it.
What'd you do?
I was mute. I was talking to my roommate. I was, and he wasn't responding, so I'm screaming. And he's still not responding to me. I said, "Why do you not respond to me?" Because you was yeah, but I was speaking normally first, and he doesn't respond.
And like, what he was actually talking to you or not?
No, he was. He was wearing headphones.
Ah.
It's not for me. It wasn't in the moment.
Yeah, a good rig is really tough. I'm so happy that Robo's the one that makes them for me, because I'd be screwed if he didn't make a good rig for me and upgraded it once in a while. I always get his hand-me-downs though, but in recent years he's started giving me better parts just because I'm doing a lot more graphic-intensive stuff and he's more on the coding. But he used to always keep the good stuff because he was playing he still plays a lot of video games, but. And it's not true, he still has the best one because he's like doing VR on it and stuff. He's like, it's for the VR needs it. Whatever, man.
It's so a pain working with VR.
He loves it though.
Yeah, it's really fun to make it and make it work, but each time that you need to debug your stuff, you need to put the VR headset, go play the game, try some stuff, go back to your computer. It's really more time consuming.
Yeah. Oh, I feel ya.
Oh, I will post on that Discord that I'm streaming. I need to I will post here. I need to make a Twitch image, yeah.
Oh, icon.
Or no.
Oh my god, no wonder this looks familiar. This is like one of Estelle's hairstyles. I do, Mandra. It's actually, it wasn't the direct inspiration for the comic book that we're gonna be making, but it definitely influenced a little bit the design that I wanted to go with, aesthetically. Just because the facial expressions in that comic book are amazing, and I want to replicate something as visceral as they managed to do when drawing them. They're so perfect. Like, I love it. I love that you wind up falling in love with all the characters somehow. And I can't wait. I was like, and it comes out every 2 weeks. I'm like, every 2 weeks? Like, I can't survive waiting 2 weeks for a webcomic. I'll die. So good. I just plowed through it in like the span of like 2 days. I just non-stop just read it through and through. So good. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be right back.
Might not that bad. I mean, I will keep that like that for now. What's that? All over that in 10. And that right here.
I'm back, you boys.
Yo.
Hey, Seth. Ooh, nice.
What was that?
Cyberpunk
Blue.
and Borderline. Cool. Those are all games that you've been following for a while and played all the prequels to. I've always thought Borderline looked really cool. I love the style when it came out. And I watched Robo play a little bit of it, but I don't think he followed up with the second one. I love the character design they did. Some of the more iconic ones that... Is the Dragon Ball the one that, where they have like this incredible fighting simulation? Like, you can do pretty much whatever the fuck you want. Because I've seen some gameplay of it and I couldn't believe it.
Just restart it. It's Unreal Matrix, so. Yep. Is that word? Yep, yes, in English. Pink.
What?
Caprice in English. Is that a word or? Yeah. That's what I thought. It's not really
It's like being fussy.
Fuzzy?
Fussy. That's like quand t'es difficile.
Oh.
But
Yeah, that's
caprice,
the
caprice
word.
would be precious. You're being precious right now. C'est comme t'es précieuse. But un caprice.
Oh. But I don't want that. I changed a lot of my code and I'm trying to
Whim.
like
Caprice, c'est whim.
win.
Whim, ouais. C'est comme...
W-H-I-M?
Ouais.
W. Okay. Win.
C'est-
That makes sense.
Mais je trouve que whim a moins une connotation négative que caprice. C'est comme follow your whims. C'est pas comme suis tes caprices, parce que suis tes caprices, c'est négatif. But follow your whims is like follow what inspires you, or your deepest desire.
What did I do? Oh, right. I'm a dummy dum. Yeah, and did I change? And remember, with the one, don't need to change it. Okay. with it, everything should go back to normal. And yeah. Can you hear your music?
You cannot, or you can? It's too loud?
Yeah, it's to that. But it's just your microphone picking up.
Oh. I don't know what to do about it. Is that better?
Yeah, I think fine. You want in the chat, just if you want to check it out. Just giving more art stuff than programming. Just use it again. Here we go. Sorry about that.
See you, Mandra. Thanks for dropping by. It was nice hanging out with you. Take care, and I hope to see you on the next stream.
Okay. Hey, sometime I would like to have some in-game point of view,
Somewhat?
an opinion for
Oh,
the
sure.
sometime.
What kind of opinion do you need? Wait, where?
There's something that I don't like in the way the code is shaped. Should not be like that. But I'm not sure how to make it work without this. But I don't know good because I think it's more Unreal Engine.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so what is the like particular piece of code do?
Okay.
Oh, see you, Wyatt.
My character need to have the file for my items, and my items need to have the file for my source value, and I don't really like that. But I'm not sure how to make it work with this. By putting like all everything I need on the character with the items. So it's a bit hard to explain without drawing stuff on the board.
Whip out GIMP or something. Like draw a diagram.
I would do that.
Oh yeah, you have your little thingamabob, eh? Or did you have something special for drawing on a board?
Then you secret into your password. I know that you plug in on Confluence.
On Confluence?
Yeah.
that'll it. Oh, damn. Okay, so you have the character.
Not really, but what we had on the plans was this tool to make graph, like URL and Google chart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really easy, and it's really not expensive, but it's only for 10 euros.
Oh yeah, I like their licensing system, especially for small teams.
So my game designer is really happy with that.
So you're basically trying to figure out the inventory system?
Yeah, no. What I'm trying to do, like, the blue is item.
Okay.
So when I'm close by, we'll select the one I'm the most close to. So something there. We'll always yours. And oh shit! I do not remember on this yet. Right now, the item app will let me interact with them.
Okay.
They need to be to know with the character. But what I want to do is what I can propose in the and the character will know what the cube is, but the cube don't know what the character is.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. But with how the code is working, I'm not sure how to deal with that. Physics is so fun sometimes. I remember when it's not configured right.
So you're trying to come up with a system so that the items don't know, or you do want them to be aware of your character?
No, I don't want the item to be aware of the character. I want them to know when it's closed. I don't want the item. I don't want what the character is.
Okay.
It's simple
In theory?
in text, but
Yeah.
when you try to make it work, it's not quite right.
So just using plain old colliders isn't satisfactory? Like if they're in the radius of the character?
Like in the item is like this. And in them, I have an interaction information. So when I press a key on the character will call this function from the character and will who is the item. So the item knows where to go after that. And it's on the server that this is running. Because it's everything. And I could just return the item and put this code on the character or on the controller and it will work. This is easy.
Did you figure it out? Did you rubber ducky it?
Maybe. Hey, Joel, what's up? Long time no see. Oh, c'est vrai. Je suis en français avant. J'ai déjà oublié ça.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, hey. Comment ça va, déjà? Je vais finir ma chaîne de stream d'affaires. Bye. Ma manette est morte, donc je dois l'acheter une autre main.
Oh no.
Et ça fait mal. Mais je m'amuse. Nice. La partie du chien encore à faire le casting. Après ça, c'est facile. Le montage. I don't remember, do you understand English as well? The message is that the little friend. Not sure. Okay. What was I doing with that? Yes. I don't like that sound. Are you still shooting?
Yep. I'm finishing up the hair. I think I have 5 minutes left on this speed sculpt for the hair, and I think I'm gonna call it quits after. Thank you. I think it's my favorite Ganon-inspired sculpt yet.
You don't mind me
Hmm? No, not at all. The what?
What?
You back, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm out. Sorry about that. MMO. I'm not working on an MMO. I cannot really do that with 2%. It's way...
It's like suicide.
We're working on a top-down view roguelike game. Already that you do with players is good. we need to work out in everything. So it's taking a lot of time.
You guys are ambitious. You guys are ambitious.
I mean, it's just more time. I don't see where we will have issues to implement. I just to make it the right way.
Yeah.
And sometimes I take too much time.
Yeah, I feel ya.
I should just try to make it work. But I want it to work the right way.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially if you plan on like having any kind of like keeping up with it and like trying to improve it.
Yeah. The future you will be happy.
Well, yeah.
The time. So, to give you some idea what I'm working on, well, those YouTube is item. So, when we are close by the highlights, so we can interact with the movement with AWSD and we focus the triangle of the character with the mouse. And what I want to do now, as you know, and I can do what the character is in my code. And I don't want that. I don't want my character to know what an item is. So I got you. Don't think it coincidence. C'est existe pas encore. There it exists encore. There's so much ads on the website now.
Agario, c'était quoi déjà?
T'as une bulle là, tu m'achètes l'autre bulle à multijoueur dans le browser.
Oui, puis après ça, il y avait Slitherio qui était comme un peu l'upgrade de ça, genre. Ma mère, je l'ai rendu addict, puis il a fallu que je le cache.
Ta mère?
Ouais. Puis genre, elle était rendue addict, puis il a fallu que je le bloque sur son ordinateur parce qu'elle pouvait passer là, des nuits blanches à jouer à ça. Puis même chose, là, j'ai pas bloqué 2048. 2048, c'est son péché mignon. Là. Elle se fait des tendinites à jouer. Elle est débile.
Well, ça ressemble encore à rien. Pas genre, on vient de commencer. On a toujours encore. Tu suivais la bonnette, puis il joue à la vidéo aussi. Je me rappelle pas. Je pense que ça peut être pas plus devant. Mais juste,
Tu parles à moi ou à quelqu'un d'autre, là? Ok, excuse, j'ai eu comme un petit doute parce que j'avais comme l'impression que tu répondais à quelqu'un sur ton. Excuse, j'ai comme un peu zone out. je me suis un peu fatiguée, je pense. Tu sais, j'ai comme commencé ma journée tard, mais j'ai quand même fait le temps de travail que je voulais faire. Puis, je suis fière de moi, mais je le vois, genre, j'ai vraiment une baisse. Quand ça fait 3 heures que je stream, je deviens comme. Puis là, ça va faire probablement 5 heures d'affilée, presque. Ouais. Non, c'est pas vrai, 4 heures. Parce que j'ai commencé à mon timer avant. Hein. Là, je commence à. Hein? Ouais, c'est ça. Mm-hmm. Mais excuse, tu disais?
Je parlais de Abalène, un autre streamer qui
oui.
joue à vidéo.
Oui. C'est ça. Oui, je me rappelle, c'était pour ça que je suivais. Je voulais savoir ce que vous faisiez. Oh, tabarnak! Damn it. Tu me laisses-tu ou c'est pour vrai, là? Tu es en train de t'étouffer parce que c'était trop drôle? Et là là. Bon, je pense que c'est le temps de start calling it a night là. Oups. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. This is the result of today's sculpt. Still have to get working on some hands and I know, right? They're my next conquest. I'm gonna start doing like because like I feel like I'm getting a good hang of the torso and like the face is starting to like shape up in my mind of like what he's gonna look like. Thank you, Il. I hope you're following us on Discord. Anybody who's interested, I'm gonna shoot the Discord into the chat so that you guys can keep up with the project and know where we're streaming next. So here you go, everybody. Here's the Discord. Please feel free to join. Follow us on Twitter for more announcements as well. And it was awesome streaming with you guys. Sorry, I switched up to French for a little bit. I think it's part of my mutilated brain. It's getting a bit tired. Thanks, Seth, for stopping by. No, c'est ça. That'll be on another stream that it'll be not safe for work. So there'll be Plexstorm and Picardo exclusives. I'll once I'm happy with the bodies, I'm gonna start really working on practicing some intricate genitalia.
No.
It's dirty.
Dirty genitalia. Ewy, yucky. Whoa! I should save. Gosh darn it.
Vrai, t'en as pour
De qu'est-ce que c'est?
dessiner un pénis ou faire le jeu.
Ben, faire des pénis en premier, pas ça, on va faire des jeux, là. On se calme, là, une chose à la fois.
Quelqu'un qui pose une question pour le chat, je sais pas s'il s'adressait à ton jeu ou...
Ben, probablement parce qu'ils m'entendent, mais ils comprennent pas que... Je m'excuse, je suis en train de ternir ta brand.
Ouf, j'ai pas j'en ai une brand, moi.
Attention, là, tu vas avoir une brand de pénis. Ah, oh, shoot, je peux pas voir ton chat, rien. Parce que j'ai switché pour voir s'il y avait pas des choses sur ma... Puis là, j'ai perdu ton chat. Ton history.
More chill stuff pour l'instant. Je suis pas trop concentré actuellement. Ça va être plus durant la fin de semaine que tu peux voir. Ça va être plus intense. Je rentre dans ma bulle. Ça me prend comme un petit 1 heure à bien rentrer dans la bulle collée. Puis le soir, en arrivant à la job, j'ai comme pas le temps d'être in the zone. Continuer à coller, puis ça se pas du tout. Mais je sais.
Well, see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I hope I'll see you around next time. Bye. Oh boy.